Hello, everyone. This is Eileen Kladivko, a professor in the agronomy department at Purdue University. And today I'm going to give you a very short synopsis of a long-term drainage research project that we have. So naturally poorly drained soils give us many challenges for crop production in Indiana and the Midwest. And subsurface tile drainage is a common water management practice that is used for crop production throughout the Midwest. So today I'm going to talk about a project at SEPAC, Southeast Purdue Agricultural Center, in southeastern Indiana here in Jennings County, that was installed in order to look at modern plastic drain tubes and was begun in the 1980s when those were still relatively new. So a few top results. Drainage pays. We know that drainage improves timeliness of field work. We found that during the first 10 years of our experiment, when we were using chisel tillage, the different drain spacings were chiseled and planted when the soil was ready. And that meant that the undrained control that did not have tile drain, it was delayed between 1 to 15 days compared to the narrowest drain spacings. And that type of more timely access to the field is a major benefit for most farming operations. Drainage pays by improving crop yields, which is of course the main reason that many farmers put tiles in the first place. So for our undrained control, our 40-meter spacing basically like undrained, over the course of this 35-year project, we had 24 years of corn, and it averaged 144 bushels per acre per year over that 24 corn years. As we started to put drains in closer together, our yields went up into the 160s, and our narrowest drain spacing had a yield that was 24 bushels per acre higher than our undrained control. So this is obviously an economic benefit for farmers. Drainage pays. Drainage improves cover crop growth and enables other conservation practices to work more effectively. So this is one example from 2016. You can see the cereal rye cover crop on the tiled portion of the field. About the time we were ready to terminate that cover crop and plant our soybeans, and we had about 3,100 pounds of biomass per acre in that cover crop. On the other hand, where we were in the untiled plots, we had less than a fourth of that amount of growth. And so obviously, if you're going to be planting cover crops to do something for soil health or to scavenge nitrogen from the soil, you want there to be enough growth to make it worthwhile. We're switching gears here and talking about water flow and water quality. As drains are spaced closer together, we lose more water. That's the reason that we put them closer together, is to remove more water faster. But that also means that we remove more nitrate in tile drain flow. So in the early part of the study, when we had high fertilizer rates, continuous corn, and no cover crop, the 20-meter spacing lost about 23 pounds of nitrogen per acre per year coming out the drain tiles. And as those drains were placed closer and closer together, we lost more water and more nitrate. And you can see here that our 5-meter spacing lost 44 pounds of nitrogen per acre per year, which is high, but which was typical for the time period. The good news is that when we start integrating cover crops into that system, we reduce those nitrate losses tremendously. So over time, we changed our management practices, including cover crops and including switching from a continuous corn to a corn-soybean rotation, which means we could also reduce our fertilizer rates a bit because of the soybean nitrogen credit. So we had these reduced concentrations of nitrate that also gave us lower nitrogen loads. So to summarize, tile drains are a long-term investment. Drain flow does develop over time. Yield effects vary from year to year. Conservation practices take time to improve soil health, but the long-term improvement in cash crop yields and cover crop growth and effectiveness of other conservation practices make tile drains a good investment. So would you like more details? If so, watch parts 1, 2, and 3 that go into much more detail on each of the 3 main topics I touched on briefly today, and you can find them here. or read extension publications on the same 3 topics that you can find at the Purdue Education Store and also at the Drainage website. Thank you very much.